Part 1. White Clouds. Pegasus Moon. Throne of Knowledge. The northern lands are enveloped in a bitter cold, and frigid winds are carried across the sea to the south of Adrestia. When feather-white snow falls on Fodlan's locket, the fort looks as delicate as a pearl. However, beneath that snowy blanket, her throat is more treacherous than ever.
Rhea, please, talk to me. What are you hiding? What is the meaning of how that one looks? It is almost as though...
As I said, there is nothing of which to speak, for now. At the end of this month...
I read Gerald's diary. I happened upon it in his room.
What?
In it, he stated the reason for his departure. The baby, thought to have died in the fire, has returned to us. Gerald realized that you had done something to the child and decided to flee. What did you do to that baby, Rhea? Nothing questionable, I should hope.
Setteth enough. They will be here shortly. No more, I beg of you. I will take our dear professor to the Holy Tomb. There, I should be able to see our dearest wishes to fruition. When I was young, I heard her voice there. I'm sure of it. You may enter. I have been awaiting your arrival, Professor. Now that you have received sacred power from the goddess, there is somewhere you must pay a visit to at once. You must go to the Holy Tomb so that you may receive a divine revelation from the goddess.
The Holy Tomb is where the goddess sleeps. This monastery was originally built for the purpose of protecting that hallowed temple.
Only a select few know of it, but there is a legend about Seros and the Holy Tomb. Saint Seros, the first soul to be gifted power from the goddess, received her revelation there. She was told that it was her sacred duty to save the people of Fodlan, and that she must use her power wisely in order to lead them. The words that were handed down to Seros from the goddess will likely fall upon your ears as well.
Prepare yourself to go at once. There, may you find out why you were blessed with such power.
There will be a ceremony at the Holy Tomb. It is then that you will receive the goddess's revelation. You may share this mission with your students. It is said that when Seros received the revelation, she had holy warriors by her side protecting her. Your students, who have followed you and fought alongside you through the darkest of times, are well suited to stand by you for the ceremony. Of course, as the leader of the Church of Seros, I will be by your side as well. The Holy Tomb is a sacred temple that is sealed off from the rest of the world. There is nothing to fear. Even if something were to happen, I am more than capable of protecting myself.
Much has changed, but your duty has not wavered. Steel your mind for the ceremony and prepare your students well.
Rhea and Seteth were not their usual selves. What happened to teach that's questionable? And what really awaits at the Holy Tomb? The way they were acting, I don't think they have any plans of sharing that information.
Impressive. Hurry up and cage the wild boar. Look, he's losing his grip. Even in his swordplay, he's getting sloppy. If he keeps progressing like this, he's going to get himself killed. Kranya, Solon, they're dead, but we still have a glut of enemies. We still have to take down the Death Knight and the Flame Emperor. Our next battle is fast approaching. I'm ready for it.
What? Professor, please. If he hears it from you that he needs to rest, perhaps His Highness will listen.
He's exaggerating. He thinks my color is off and that rest will cure all. I have a headache, but that's just from lack of sleep. It's not going to stop me from completing this month's mission.
I must insist.
Who do you think you are? I can take care of myself to do.
Say, in town earlier, there seemed to be more people around than usual. Is there some festival this month that I'm forgetting about?
You look so different. You're still our professor in there, right? Did anything else change besides your hair and eyes? Are your arms bigger? How do your abs look? Really? You gotta teach me how to do that.
So hungry. Oh, is that you, Professor? Sorry, I'm really not feeling well this month. Even leaving my room for dinner is just too much. It's got nothing to do with your, changes. So, don't open the door, please.
So, this month's mission is to take part in a ritual at the Holy Tomb, where you'll receive a revelation from the goddess herself. What if she really appears? What if I finally get to gaze upon her radiance? I've always imagined the goddess, how beautiful she must be.
I can't even imagine what it must be like inside the Holy Tomb. Well, it's probably a grave, that much is for sure, and it's likely underground. Beyond that, who knows? I can't help but wonder, though, just what kind of ritual is this?
No. Professor. In Bridget, we have legends. Stories containing people who have a spirit living inside of them. Those spirit people have much strength. They are maybe able to fly in the air or race across the ocean. Hair that shines and eyes that glow. They have qualities that are not unlike what you are looking like, Professor. Do not have doubt, Professor. The powers you have are like the powers of the legends.
You're so strong now. I'm starting to understand why you were appointed professor. I thought I was stronger, but I still have such a long way to go. Oh, I will. I still plan on beating you someday.
Your hair! And your eyes! What happened to you? You didn't lose something as a consequence of gaining these powers, did you? Sometimes our frail bodies don't do well with excess power, so don't push yourself too hard.
Sorry? Edelgard and Hubert have been busier than usual. Constantly coming and going, in and out of Garreg Mach. Perhaps they are doing something in the Empire. As the legitimate heir of the Eyre family, I have not heard anything about it. But if it were significant, I am sure my father would have told me.
I swear, it's like you're an entirely different person.
It's not weird at all. You're somehow even more beautiful than before.
I'm joking! Don't get mad.
How are you, Professor? Did Hanneman make his I will do no harm speech or promise this won't hurt a bit when he asked to study you? Both? I've a bit of research I'd like to perform. Nothing so crass as Hanneman's poking, prodding, and drawing of blood. No, I wish to investigate crest power itself. Crest power must have some kind of limit, right? Lady Rhea says any limits must be the protection of the goddess, but that doesn't quite answer it for me.
Long ago, Saint Seros was gifted with a divine revelation from the goddess, as well as incredible power. Is that what happened to you too, Professor? No way! The professor transformed before receiving any kind of divine revelation, right? Still, I wonder, does the fact that you've changed really mean you've been granted some kind of power? If that's the case, then what sort of revelation can be gained from the ritual? I'm guessing the revelation will just be a gentle reminder to use this new power to save the people of Fodlan. What else is there to say? You don't actually believe we're going to hear the voice of the goddess, do you?
Hey there. Those students of yours will soon graduate and become unreachable royalty and nobility. You should show them respect now, or you might find yourself out of a job someday. No. One look at your students' faces, and it's apparent that would never happen. Even when your kids graduate, I bet they'll still think fondly of you. You'll always be professor to them. Hello there.
Professor.
You've been granted this power by the goddess herself. Truly, you must be a very special individual. Maybe Seros transformed before receiving her revelation too.
I haven't heard anything about that before. Maybe that part never found its way into the legend?
It is told that Seros had a revelation instructing her to use her power for good and to lead the people of Fodlan to salvation. I wonder what sort of revelation you might have, Professor.
Oh.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Although, I suppose, you are something to report. For a moment, I thought you were someone suspicious. Lucky for you, I am quite perceptive. It took only that single moment for me to recognize you. The professor went out and got some new power.
You there! I recently had an errand to run, and so I had to pass by the office. I didn't mean to, but I overheard Lady Rhea and Sedith arguing. Actually, it was more like Sedith was interrogating Lady Rhea.
People who live an inordinately long time, people whose hair changes color, and those odd heroes' relics. Is Fodlan some mystical land full of inhuman creatures? You should see for yourself. I'd recommend exploring west of the Empire.
Let me sometimes. I find myself thinking I should leave Garreg Mach and return to my home, where I should have been all along. I hear that Lady Rhea will accompany you for this month's task. She's the pillar that supports the hearts of Fodlan's people. Her safety is paramount. I hope there are no complications.
Kranya. Kranya is dead. And so is Solon, by your hand. Taking vengeance with your own hand. I'm sure Gerald would be proud.
In our battle last month, we really cut the enemy down to size. But there are other enemies we have yet to hunt down, not least the Flame Emperor. Once we've crushed them all, we can return to our peaceful lives at the monastery. It will happen soon. I have a feeling something big is coming.
When you changed, even the other professors were taken completely by surprise. There's a ritual at the Holy Tomb this month, isn't there? I wonder what'll happen with that. I'm sure you'll be all right, but don't lose sight of who you really are, okay? However you may change, and whatever new power goes along with those changes, you'll still be the same person deep down. Remember that.
Right. Oh.
Whoa, when I first saw you, Professor, with that hair color and that eye color, I thought you looked kind of like Lady Rhea. Like maybe you could be related. I like the way it looks. I wonder if I could change my hair color too. Maybe if I tried hard enough. If I thought real hard about it, I mean. All I need to do is get trapped up in a strange place and then escape, right? Just like you did.
I see. Hey, Teach, is it okay for you to be out on your own right now? Just please be careful not to topple over again. You scared us nearly to death. Anyway, doesn't Rhea want something from you? Sounds important. I'm glad I'll be there to witness the ritual at the Holy Tomb. I want to see whether or not something happens with my own eyes.
Professor! Sorry, this'll take some getting used to. Your hair and eye color are completely different! You just don't look like yourself anymore. Don't scare me like that! You are still you, right? You are, right?
Ah, it is you. I am sorry, but I have a lot on my mind. I would prefer to be alone right now.
Excuse me. You haven't a thing to worry about. You have been gifted the power of the goddess. Furthermore, you have overcome the death of your father, Geralt, and you have destroyed countless of our wicked foes. I am proud, so very proud of who you have become. Once we finish the ritual at the Holy Mausoleum, all will be well.
Hey, you. Professor, I am so happy. Your new hair and eye color suit you well. We make quite the pair. But recently, I sense that things are a bit strained between Lady Rhea and my brother. She wants to do something at the Holy Tomb. I do not know what, but... Whenever it has concluded, I hope they will return to their friendship, as it has always been.
Captain. Oh, Professor. How long have you been standing there? I didn't see you. I was just sorting through Captain Gerald's belongings. I haven't made much progress. I keep finding things that bring back memories. Clearing out this room of his belongings again, it's not easy. Oh, Professor. Anything I can help you with? I will do whatever I can to serve you. Excellent. Leave it to me. No matter how small the task is, I vowed to Gerald I would help you.
Professor, are you positive? Really?
Your appearance is due to the influence of the crest of flames? Intriguing. Unfortunately, I have found no record of Nemesis's hair and eye color ever changing. However, if that transformation was brought on in part by the power of the crest, that would be most, well, I suppose interesting is too small a word. Still, it would be an absolutely exceptional discovery. To know for certain, we must investigate further. So, close off. What? A full physical is in order, yes? We need to know if this transformation affected you adversely. Don't worry, it won't hurt a bit. Oh, yes, I should call Manuela. My apologies.
Really?
The Holy Tomb, huh? I've worked here for years, and this is the first I've heard of it. I mean, it does make some sense. Sort of. Something about it is still weird. I understand now why they'd build the monastery in the mountainous center of Fodlan. Although, when the monastery was built, the Kingdom and Alliance weren't even around yet. But look how cleverly it was placed right in the middle of the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance. That's weird, right?
Recently, Professor, I feel as though you've been a bit distant. It's like you're sort of floating above the clouds, separate from other people. And like you've got no interest at all in ever coming back down. How can I help? Hey, don't worry. I thought maybe I'd ask and see what you'd say. Well...
To be honest, I cannot keep up with all that's been happening recently. Monica was actually Kranya. Tomas was actually Solon. Who were these people? What about you, Professor? You were a true ally, yes? Not the most convincing answer you could have given. Still, I simply must take you at your word.
That reminds, all things considered, this year has been rather terrible. As far as the students are concerned, next month is the last one of the school year. Next month, we will hold the graduation ceremony, though it'll be an understandably subdued affair. This month, we ask that you carry out your duties as best you can, to ensure that our students remain calm.